Hello, my name is Donald Lassman. I'm a solo practitioner in Needham, Massachusetts, and my practice is focused on bankruptcy. I'm also a Chapter 7 bankruptcy trustee. This video about bankruptcy is part of a series of video presentations produced by Veterans Legal Services in collaboration with Massachusetts Continuing Legal Education. This video is to assist veterans, service providers, and members of the public with identifying legal issues and determining when to contact a lawyer. It is meant to be informative, but is a general resource only. Veterans who need legal assistance with a specific situation should contact Veterans Legal Services at 857-317-4474 to see if they may qualify for free legal assistance. I'm going to review 5 topics. First, why do people file for bankruptcy? Second, how does bankruptcy help? Third, what are some of the warning signs suggesting bankruptcy may be imminent? Fourth, an explanation of the bankruptcy process. And finally, how to get help. Why do people file for bankruptcy? What I have found is the following. Divorce. People have a lot of difficulty supporting 2 households. They can support 1, but 2 become difficult. 2, job loss. 3, unemployment. 4, underemployment. People lose a job, then get a new job, not paying as much as they were earning before. 5, health reasons. Many people are disabled, become disabled, obtain a job or disability payments, and they can't support their lifestyle. 6, some type of medical calamity. And last, overspending. People have difficulty budgeting, and their expenses exceed their income. How can bankruptcy help? Bankruptcy provides a fresh start. There are alternatives to bankruptcy that should be considered. Bankruptcy is typically the last option, not the first. Those options include credit counseling. There are credit counseling organizations that have been approved by the Office of the United States Trustee, and those organizations can be found on the United States Trustee's website. And they can arrange payment plans. If those payment plans are not affordable, then bankruptcy may be your best alternative. What bankruptcy will do is immediately stop all creditor collection activity. The collection activity could be letters, phone calls, visits to home or apartment. All of that bankruptcy will stop. Second, bankruptcy can provide a discharge of your debt. As a general rule, most bankruptcy cases involve credit card debt and medical debt. Those types of obligations bankruptcy completely eliminates. Mortgage debt and car loans can be eliminated as well, but the car or home may have to be given back. If someone has mortgage debt or car debt and they want to retain their home or their car in bankruptcy, they can, but they have to continue to make the payments. Third, bankruptcy gives you a fresh start. So it eliminates your past due debt. It does not affect your current income. Your current income you can continue to collect and use in the future. Fourth, bankruptcy can help you if you are behind on your car loan or on your mortgage debt through a repayment plan. As a general rule, most bankruptcy cases will eliminate all of the individual's debt. The individual will get to keep all of their property, and they will have a fresh start at the end of the process. What are some of the warning signs of bankruptcy? 1, inability to make payments on time. 2, credit card collection calls or lawsuits. 3, borrowing money from friends, borrowing money from relatives, or borrowing money on credit cards to meet bills. 4, an eviction or a foreclosure notice. Those are the primary warning signs that there is financial difficulty, and bankruptcy is a good option to relieve that stress. What is the bankruptcy process? First, information has to be gathered. The information is 4 types. First, the monthly income being earned by the individual that will be filing bankruptcy. Second, the monthly expenses that the individual has. Third, a list of all of the assets that the individual has and their current value. Fourth, a list of all of the debts that the individual has. And this would include collection letters, attorney letters, credit card bills, and the best source for that information can be a credit report. Everyone is entitled to a free credit report from the 3 credit reporting agencies once a year. And that credit report will reveal the names, addresses, and amounts of all creditors owed money. Once the information is collected and assembled, bankruptcy papers have to be prepared. The bankruptcy papers are, in essence, a summary of everything that the individual owns, everything that the individual owes, and financial status in significant events that have occurred over the past 2 years. The preparation of these materials can also be assisted by getting tax returns. That's the last element. Once the information is gathered and the bankruptcy papers are prepared, they're filed with a bankruptcy court. There are bankruptcy court clerk's offices in Springfield, in Worcester, and in Boston. Upon the filing of a bankruptcy case, all creditor collection must stop. That's the key thing that most debtors are interested in, because when you file bankruptcy, you'll get a case number, and you can provide that case number to the creditor, and they must cease all collection activity and contact with your client. When you file a bankruptcy, you will also get a bankruptcy meeting date. Every bankruptcy case requires a meeting with the Chapter 7 trustee, and the purpose of that meeting is for the trustee to verify the information that's included on the written materials and to verify the person is who they say they are. So, materials are collected, bankruptcy case is filed, case number and trustee are assigned, meeting date is assigned. The meeting is attended by the debtor, they must appear, and if they're represented by counsel, their lawyer goes along with them, and the lawyer can help them with the questions as they're asked by the trustee. The trustee meeting typically takes about 5 or 10 minutes, and then there are no further court appearances. In almost every bankruptcy Chapter 7 case, the client will never see a bankruptcy judge. Their only contact with the court will be with the bankruptcy trustee, and that meeting is held in a meeting room. It's not held in a courtroom. After the meeting is concluded, the bankruptcy court will typically take approximately 60 days to administer the case, and at the conclusion of that period, if there has been no concern expressed by any creditor that the debtor who filed bankruptcy has engaged in some improper activity, the bankruptcy court will issue an order of discharge. So from the time the case is filed to the time the case is over in Chapter 7, it's typically around 4 months. It is a fast process. Most of the work is done beforehand in preparing the bankruptcy papers. During the 4-month period, one contact with the court at the creditor meeting. That really should be it. How do you get help? There are a number of avenues for legal assistance in connection with preparing bankruptcy papers. The bankruptcy papers are lengthy, and the information required is detailed, and I think it's difficult to do without assistance of counsel. How do you find counsel? For veterans, Veterans Legal Services is the first stopping point. They can provide access to legal services for bankruptcy relief. In some cases on a pro bono basis, in some cases not. In addition, the Boston Bar Association has a panel of attorneys that were established to handle bankruptcy cases on behalf of veterans. They are familiar with the unique issues that veterans face in bankruptcy cases, and they can be of assistance. and that service sometimes is on a pro bono basis, sometimes not. In addition, the Boston Bar Association has a lawyer referral service so that you can find a private attorney. If a matter is being handled on other than a pro bono basis, typical bankruptcy fee for a Chapter 7 case is around $1,000 to $1,200. There's also a filing fee that's paid to the bankruptcy court of $335. I would recommend counsel in connection with all bankruptcy cases to make sure that the schedules are prepared accurately to make the case go smoothly.